Let's take a look at a couple of GST/HST matters. And first of all, we got the CRA Excise and GST News, number 80, spring 2011. And there's a bunch of items in there. But generally, one of the things that CRA talks about is that generally any basic healthcare services rendered to individuals by, in quotes, healthcare providers as defined in the Excise Tax Act are exempt from GST/HST. And then they go on to say, you know what, there's a whole bunch of healthcare services that people buy that are provided by other therapists, people that aren't, in quotes, healthcare providers under the Excise Tax Act, and so when you get these services, they are not exempt. So you've got to tell your client that's providing the services to charge GST/HST. While these other therapists and workers may be professionals in their fields, and they may be certified in their province or territory, they're not identified in the Excise Tax Act, and therefore they're not exempt, and they've got to charge the GST/HST, assuming they're not small suppliers. Some examples of therapists and other healthcare workers who are taxable for GST/HST purposes are assistants such as physiotherapy and occupational therapy assistants, social service workers, lab techs, psychometrists, nursing care aides, polysomnographic technologists, acupuncturists, kinesiologists, massage therapists, naturopaths, reflexologists, homeopaths, Reiki therapists, sports therapists, Rolfing therapists, Chinese medicine providers, phlebotomists, personal service workers, and you can take a look at the release from the CRA. Those services, of course, may qualify, though, if they're, for example, in a nursing home, because nursing home specifically is an exempt service, but generally they are subject to the GST/HST. Now, we have some information with respect to your charities and how you handle the GST/HST for charities. So you could give this to the charity so nothing falls through the cracks. There's two items here. There's the GI-066, which tells the charity how to calculate its GST/HST, and then there's the GI-067. These are CRA releases. Guidelines for charities including, do charities have special GST/HST rules? Does the charity have to register? When is a charity a small supplier? Etc., etc.